seen. Questions about Tommy Morrison's step.
Another left hand by Hipp. Morrison.
From a man who's supposed to be a...
right by Morrison, and that hurts Joe Hipp. Joe Hipp is in trouble. Joe Hipp took him off balance, and Hipp bleeding from the mouth.
Tommy Morrison has never been past 6 rounds. He tired dramatically against Mercer.
It was June 27th, 1992. Tommy Morrison walked into Bally's Hotel in Reno as the bigger puncher and by far the bigger risk. 8 months earlier, Ray Mercer had knocked him out in 5 rounds and ended his undefeated run. Morrison responded with 4 straight knockouts to open 1992. Standing across from him was Joe Hipp, 29 years old, carrying a record of 24-2 and a 3-fight win streak of his own. Nobody expected much from him that afternoon. The betting line had him at 11-1.
Process here. These are 2 fights.
One thing about Joe Hipp, as you see right away, he is a southpaw.
You're referring to Yuri Volin, who he fought back in April of 1991. That was actually on the Holyfield Foreman undercard.
Good body punch by Morrison. The left hook up top is his best punch, but his body punch is also. And the other thing, Dan, is everybody.
Oh, another jab.
It might work for him at the lower levels of boxing. Well, not at the top. There's the hook. Might have noticed the and seeing Mercer still standing there. Also, that Ray Mercer started to punch back in that 4th round, and I think those punches might have had.
Morrison and Joe Hipp, stay with us. In the 2nd round here at Bally's in Reno. Again, more.
Which is real dangerous because that.
Low and is just.
To avoid the left. He just has.
Here as we move into the 2nd round here.
So much that the doctor or the referee have to stop the fight. He's not exerting himself. He's not going wild.
Morrison and Joe Hipp.
Joe Hipp, right to the body there. He came inside with the left hand and got out of the way of Tommy Morrison's punch coming back. Done much of. After a loss like the Mercer loss, the mental part is perhaps even
over the top.
One thing that you notice with Joe Hipp, when he does jab, which is not when he paddle, trying to get
Tommy Morrison.
Through the first 2 rounds, Morrison looked like exactly what the odds said he was, the much bigger puncher, patiently picking his spots while Hipp did what he could just to stay standing.
Tommy Morrison is unscathed for a good reason. Joe Hipp has really not landed a good, solid punch effectively the entire fight yet. Very successful. We're here at 4,500 Institute at a lower altitude. Good work inside here. But Bill Caton, the manager, Kansas City, for the Ray Mercer fight. Alex thought they were far too.
And he hasn't looked close to being hurt.
I thought
the best puncher. You see Pete Robles trainer. I thought the worst Joe looked was when Tommy scored a solid punch.
Bleeding is nothing new to Joe Hipp. He does it with regularity. So maybe we're more concerned about it than is he.
Yeah, but
we want to remind our local ABC stations that at the end of this round we're going to take a station break. Alex took him off balance and Hipp was too slow to stations. We begin the 4th round here in Reno, Nevada. I'm Dan Deerdorf along with Alex Swallow. We're ringside for a 10-round heavyweight. Tommy Morrison, who's on the left of your screen, and Joe. And I'm wondering why we bothered to put him up from a hand speed. Or is several notches below top.
Very, very slowly, but he is coming forward. He is not exhibited. He's shown
that Joe Hipp is a southpaw fighter, and of course facing a right-hander is nothing new. And there's a good combination by Joe Hipp.
The best sequence of the questions about Tommy Morrison's step.
He's harder. Another left hand by Hipp.
And he responded with a big left.
That would be an understatement. But Joe Hipp, you can see it in
Morrison.
Senses that he has hurt Morrison, and Alex is right. Look at the interesting here in the closing moments of the end of the 4th. We are scheduled for 10, and this thing just got fun. And he has a mouse under.
Joe Hipp, who really, as big as he is not really kind of an arm puncher.
Great upper.
And the first one we've seen.
And a right to the chin puts Joe Hipp down. Hipp is up, beats the count. Dracula Chesky. Good, solid right uppercut, and then a right to the chin by Morrison.
From a man who's supposed to be
a right hand by Hipp, Alex.
From somebody who's supposed to be a left hooker.
A little over 2 minutes.
Busted up in the mouth.
Yep, Hipp bleeding from the mouth. And Tommy Morris right hand. And Joe Hipp better protect himself.
If he's got enough left, he looked tired in the 4th. Another
hanging on. Morrison. Ooh, and off
Right now and looking to let his tank fill up.
Morrison had him down, and by every read of the room, this should have been over. Hipp got up, but the cheekbone fracture from that knockdown was already done.
From exhaustion, and it just Tommy Morrison. He is clearly. Oh, another left hand from Joe.
Oh, and another good combination.
At this point, he's in a survival mode. His mouth is open. 6. But Joe.
Here we come, number 6.
Somewhere in these rounds, Morrison's hand broke, but he never stopped throwing it.
Into the 10th round, 7th round of a professional fight. And
Hook just has not been a factor.
And remember that early in his career, he was just a one-punch fighter.
And really a thing of beauty, just a natural hook. Fighting, I mean, the right hand's down.
I don't know.
Clearly, Sylvester Stallone and Joe Hipp have different. Bo and Joe Hipp are both southpaws. Similarities.
That's right. Again, a reminder that knee brace on the right leg of Joe Hipp, high school football days, and he really wears it.
Again, Hipp coming forward. Morrison not thrown. Good right hand there.
A good right hand counter by Morrison. The left jab comes.
Especially with his, could give Tommy Morrison this to his power.
Well, Tommy Morrison backwards here at the end of the 7th.
By round 7, this had stopped being a mismatch. Morrison was cut and his jaw was hurting, and Hipp was still walking forward.
The 8th round.
You can peek at my scorecard. I've got Tommy Morrison ahead by 2 Joe Hipp. And Tommy Morrison has to find a way to win around it.
Trend of the last couple rounds, the stalker. And to give you an
Good
illustration,
uppercut by Joe Hipp.
in the last 3 years, Tommy had 12 fights. We'd like to remind our local ABC.
Good. Oh, forearm shiver. Oh, you saw there how awkward Joe is. I mean, is he just kind of... Then unless Tommy Morrison does get a 2nd or 3rd win or whatever he's looking for.
He's Wide World of Sports after a word from our ABC station.
Going into the 9th, the judges had this fight 1 point apart, either way, and whoever had more left in him was going to win it.
And of course, Joe Hipp, an American, a member of the Born, grew up in Yakima, Washington.
The final price was 11-1. Fights when people just looked at me and said, this guy doesn't look like...
Morrison, there's John Brown, his co-manager and trainer, and yes, that is a concerned look. And you see Joe Hipp has definitely swung over Joe Hipp in the final minute of the 9th.
Wide open the mouth of Tommy Morrison, absolutely exhausted. Got a little bit of snap in the...
You can't fight with your mouth open. Oh, a good right hand by Morrison, and that hurts Joe Hipp. Joe Hipp is in trouble. Joe Hipp is down. A right hand from Tommy Morrison staggers Joe Hipp. He's up at 8, and that's the end of the fight. Vic Draculin stops the fight.
Morrison won by TKO, but neither man left Reno unmarked. He'd gone 9 rounds with a broken jaw and a broken hand, while Hipp had been fighting on a fractured cheekbone since round 5. At the time it ended, the scorecards had it within a single point. 11 months later, Morrison would walk into a ring against a much bigger name, George Foreman, chasing one more title at 44 years old. That fight is next.